So Bullhorn Betty here. As you guys know, maybe you don't know, maybe you guys forgot. I just got done eating breakfast with Chronicles of Olivia. Her and I are dying. We're dying. We're ready to get back out there. We had a great conversation. I got to see her. I got to see Demon Dog. We went out to Cracker Barrel. And of course, I had chicken and dumplings, which is my favorite from Cracker Barrel. It's my go-to stuff. And so we were talking about this case. You know, we've been talking about this case for a little minute, but that's not really why I decided to go live. I decided to go live because we've been talking about Christopher Proudfoot coming into my chat and threatening to sue me, right? Threatening to sue me. Well, you know, apparently word got around to the real Chris Proudfoot, which I just so happen to be friends with on Facebook. I've been friends with him since this case broke because, again, this case started one way and is turning to a different way. I never anticipated looking at these parents, you know, to be honest with you. And so he did reach out to me and informed me that whoever is saying that he's not trying to sue me. He has no problems. I mean, I'm sure he's got problems with, you know, not with me, but with me. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I don't know any idiot that's going to sue me for talking about a case. Seems pretty stupid. But he did reach out, and he did leave a message. I'm not going to, you know, obviously he didn't give me permission to release it or review it, but he did want to let me know that he has not reached out to me in any way, shape, or form. And that he has never stated nor has any desire to sue me, and that he believes that this is somebody that's trolled by someone using a fake account with his name on it. And he says to feel free to report it to YouTube. So anybody that's on here that doesn't know or getting trolled by this Chris Proudfoot or his PI should go ahead and start reporting those, because Christopher Proudfoot, the real Chris Proudfoot, and I know absolutely without a doubt that this is 100% Christopher Proudfoot that is speaking to me, because again, it is without showing you this. You see that voicemail message right there? That's from me. Okay, that's from me to the real Chris Proudfoot. And the response thereafter is on that same chain. So I know for a fact 100% this is the real Chris Proudfoot, and he's saying he's not trying to sue me. So we've got trolls out there stirring up stuff. And you know, there's only one really good troll that I know that likes to stir up shit for me. Well, a couple of them, right? So this is what I'm going to say. Obviously, there is a chain of people out there that are hell-bent on derailing this case for this child. I don't know why. I don't know what they get out of hurting a family. I don't know what they get out of hurting a case. I don't know how people get joy or, comic relief, so to speak. But I got to say that this is most likely a courtesy of the drama channels on YouTube and courtesy of some Krama channels, because I'm going to start classifying some of the channels that I used to associate with Krama. Because, in all fairness, they're a drama crime channel. I'm a crime channel, okay? I don't like drama. I like crime. I like bad guys, and I like finding victims and fighting for victims. That's what my channel's designed for. Much different from the garbage that we're seeing on YouTube. So we're going to continue to go down this, but obviously Chris has reached out to me to let me know this was not him. He doesn't want, obviously, I'm sure he probably doesn't like my commentary, but it is my commentary to have. And quite frankly, him and his wife fought for my right to have my commentary, in all fairness. But I do respect the fact that he did personally reach out to me without being asked to comment and, to let me know that it wasn't him and that it was truly, in fact, a troll. So we definitely know right now, for a fact, whoever was threatening me was somebody seeking attention, and attention only, which is really sad. So I just thought, sorry, I'm trying to plug. Actually, I can probably when I'm on my bed, I've got to have my big old 30-hour battery hold the tripod down. Otherwise, you guys would be in my lap, and I'll have funny stuff all over my face like I did last time, right? So, and then not only that, to boot, you got this other jack off right here saying he's Chris's PI. This is from today. This is from my live earlier today. Actually, this is from my morning live. I could tell it's when I had my green tank top on. And that was from this morning. So, you know, I have the best laugh. Well, when I was younger, it wasn't the best laugh. It kind of came out like a creepy clown. I'm just joking. I did not laugh like that. But I did have a high-pitched, like, squeal laugh. I did have one of those because I'm deaf, you know? So when I was younger, you know, I've adjusted to my voice now where I'm not screaming at people. And I still speak really loud anyways when I'm out in public, especially in noisy situations. I'm literally screaming and don't even realize it. And so when I was younger, I didn't realize how loud I was. And I would just start busting out laughing, and like literally a whole restaurant would stop in their tracks and look at me. And my parents were like, use your inside voice, huh? Use your inside voice. Oh, you know, it's the discipline. It's hard to answer that question because I want to believe in hope, but you're asking me to be honest with you, and my honest answer is no, I don't believe that this kid is out there. I mean, I believe he's out there. I just don't believe he's in a very good condition. I don't believe in the abduction theory. I don't believe he was passed off. I don't believe he's at a school. I don't believe he's being held against his will and he's okay. I don't believe any of that. I believe that his mom did something to him, and the family has a very deadly secret in their closet. That's what I truly believe. As unfortunate as those realities are, even for me to even comprehend, if I have to be honest with you, that's my honest. That's my honest. So, I thought I saw that was debunked. What was debunked? The van. Okay, I see what you're talking about, Kim. No, I think the van, I think those are games, honestly. I think those are games, or, you know, she's been working late. I think it's one of the two. I think that they're hiding the vehicles in the garage, you know, because in all fairness, I mean, looking at it from a normal lens, not this crazy, you know, case lens, you got people watching your house. I mean, I don't know about you, but if I was in their shoes, yeah, I'd be putting my shit in the garage. Personally saying, okay? I'd be putting literally everything in the garage. Anything that can grow legs and walk off is being secured, okay? So I think people are just too busy focusing on them, honestly, that I think when they do, like, if she worked late or she went over to a friend's house and it might just be something as simple as they're parking the it always freezes up. I get a call when I get a call on here, it always freezes up. So IA, the house is up for sale. Is the house up? Oh, no, is the house up for sale? Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of, but we've been hearing through the grapevine. But again, you know, there's so many trolls that are really trying to hurt real information getting out about this case. Like, I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why people are so hell-bent on throwing shade and mistruths into a case for a missing child. Anybody that does that, and you know about that, and you still continue to hang out with them or support them, then you're supporting that kind of conduct. I just want to make sure everybody's aware. And this right here kind of really, really sucks. Are the trolls connected to the case in any ways or just for views? Honestly, I think they're just for views. I think that because the troll accounts, and on YouTube, you've got like this whole like group of people that have, I come from a criminal, I have criminal history myself, so it's not like I'm dogging somebody for the criminal. I could give two shits about their history, but I consider myself a good guy, I don't sit there and take my BS and try to justify my bad behavior by advocating for pieces of crap parents, right? Not saying that that's what we're dealing here with the Proudfoots just yet, but definitely the Wells. And these channels protected the Wells. They came in there. They tried to hurt legitimate creators and legitimate searchers trying to look for Summer Wells in an effort to protect the family, providing them financial resources to continue doing their drugs and their alcohol and everything else that they were doing and putting in their bodies. And nobody cared. Like literally, everybody was just flooding them with all this cash and money. Parents that let their children live in squalor. And these groups were sitting there backing them. And it's the same groups that are now backing the Proudfoots. That I have a problem with. I have a major problem with that. So that's where we are. But I just wanted to come on here for a few minutes. I don't even know how long I've been on here. I really don't care. I just wanted to let you guys know because we have been talking for the last day and a half about Chris Proudfoot and him coming into my chat. Well, it's not. It's trolls. It's trolls going around here like this man does not need. And let me be honest with you. When I say that I'm here for the case, I'm here for the case. I want nothing. I don't want the BS. Not for Chris and Katie, not for Seth, not for none of them, right? And so this group of people are actually causing harm to Chris and Katie when they don't need any additional harm. I think it's disgusting. So simply me, the recap is yesterday we were in here, and when I had done my live yesterday, Chris Proudfoot came into my live, or at least what we believed with Chris Proudfoot came into my live and threatened to sue me. And I thought that was a little odd that he threatened to sue me. And of course I call him out for the last 2 days and say that we must have been hitting a nerve because, of this stuff. Well, he reaches out to me and says that he has not threatened to sue me, that he has not been in my chat, that it is a troll, most likely trolling using his name, and to feel free to report whoever's doing it because it's absolutely without a doubt not him. And, for somebody to be putting some, like this is insane. These are people that are literally trying to cause harm to another human being that's dealing with a missing child. Whether it's for Seth, whether it's for Katie or Chris, it doesn't matter. If it's not them and you're causing them problems, that is the crap we don't need here. That is the sick side of the twisted people that are on social media. I can't believe doesn't know we're 17 hours. Yeah, I know. We're going to be getting into the 17 hours too. We're not quite there yet. So what I did for my YouTube channel this morning, and this is for all of you guys here, is now that we've looked at whether or not Sebastian could have walked out of the home, and of course I believe that he couldn't have walked out of the home for the variety and the litany of reasons that I've been talking about for the last 2 days. So he's obviously not inside the home. Now we need to go back to the drawing board and find out where he is. How did he get out of that home? Because I'm thinking he had to leave that home somehow. So he either had, and they're not throwing him over his shoulder, so he had to leave in a large Tupperware container, he had to leave in a suitcase, he had to leave in a duffel bag, he had to leave in their army bag, he had to walk out with shoes, so there has to be some shoes that are there that are unaccounted for. There's got to be something. There's more in their home that is missing. There are things inside their home that should be there that are not. And those items are going to be most likely the size that they need to move somebody the size of Sebastian. That's what we are going to eventually find out. I truly believe that. Because it comes down to that 17-hour thing. So what I've asked my audience on YouTube to do is, many of you guys know my email is really simple. It's my name, Bullhorn Betty. One word, bullhornbetty@gmail.com. 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 I want you guys to send me emails of how you think Chris and or Katie could have removed Sebastian from the house. Or if you are on the theory of abduction or that he walked out of the house, explain that to me in your words with all of his medical conditions. Like, I'd like to get that side of it. If you truly believe he walked out of his house or he was abducted, with all the stuff that I listed earlier. Oh, let me come here. The sensory issues, the quirky stuff like wearing shoes, allergies, never a runner, hates bugs, hates being dirty, hates the outdoors, doesn't mind swimming, but as long as it's in a pool. You know, if you can explain how he would leave in the middle of the night with all of these things that would most likely trigger an outburst, I'm interested in hearing that, because, you know, I know that I don't know autism. I mean, I'm learning it. But there's people that have been dealing with this stuff for literally 20 and 30 years with their own children or their own family member. So those are the people that I'm really kind of leaning on right now to guide me through this process, because, you know, there's a lot. I didn't realize how many people truly do have autistic children and children on the spectrum. There's a lot. I hope you guys got some support systems on social media. That would be really cool to help each other out, because it seems like you guys have a lot of stuff, you know, that you guys can help each other with. If you guys don't, maybe you guys need to consider, you know, doing something like that, getting yourself a little channel on here to talk about the nuances of dealing with children with autism, because it seems like it varies from family to family. And I'm pretty sure that would be a great place for a lot of new parents that are finding out that their children have autism would be able to go to and really get supported by people that are going through the same stuff, you know. So just a little thought if anybody's out there, because it seems like you guys, you know, are really wonderful people, you know, and care about your kids an awful lot. So I just thought, you know, if you guys ever need support, that's what I always say, get those. It's funny because it doesn't even, after a while, it doesn't even feel like a support group, you know. It feels like you know, you guys get together like once a week to have coffee, you know. It's just It's just nice. I don't know. But I'm always one of those people, you know, if you have an experience, always give it back, because, you know, there's people that are smart and there's people that are wise, and we're trying to find those wise people, right? We're trying to find the ones that want to learn from other people's mistakes besides having the lesson of hard knocks, right? So that's why I do a lot of the stuff that I do. Am I going to make everybody just, you know, want to change their life? Of course not. Some people just need to have the long, hard road like I did, right? Yeah, you know, but we give the people that want the short road the opportunity, you know. That's the way we roll up in here. So if you are on the theory of him walking out or the abduction theory, just try to incorporate some of my concerns in with that story, because I do have real major concerns about his the things that trigger him, you know. It seems like everything that would have triggered him if he would have left that house the way he did and the way that the parents are saying that he did. So we're looking at that, and then we're looking at, you know, what would be the best way to get him out of the house undetected, and what methods would they use? Box, Tupperware, you know, Rubbermaid storage container, duffel bag, suitcase. You know, I was even thinking like a TV box, but the TVs are flat now. You know, once upon a time when we were kids, the TV boxes were huge. Like huge. But you know what I was also thinking about? On those construction sites, they have big, huge boxes of and crate type things on the job sites that they ship products to those, you know, large stuff with. So they have things the size of refrigerator boxes out there on the job site. You know, we have to look at stuff like that too. What did they have access to that they could conceal? He couldn't even use her sheet to cover his... I don't know what that means, Patty. He couldn't even use her sheet to cover his... put in the car. Yeah, they could have done that. But it seems like they would have taken care of that. See, I would think that they would take care of something, you know, before cops got there. But, you know, the problem is this weird 17-hour bid. It just... something just doesn't seem right with the set, because he's only 3.5 hours away. He should have been back home by that evening to sleep in his own bed, and he wasn't. And that's where my problem lies. He was gone. That was his window of opportunity. We need to find out where he was and where he went in that 17 hours, but I doubt the whole time he was at his camper. I'd be very surprised to see any type of, but there's cameras everywhere. So I know law enforcement can pillar through all those cameras and find out if he's telling the truth or not. But when I went back and listened to that Dutchess interview, it did sound to me like they were being challenged on a lot of questions by law enforcement. I mean, they were kind of blowing it off. But see, I'm keen to what law enforcement is trying, because law enforcement can talk to you just like me and you, like we're having a conversation right now, and it be an interrogation. You see what I'm saying? Because it's really about just talking to somebody and analyzing them and analyzing their responses. Are they being truthful? Are they not being truthful? You don't need to get nasty. Like everybody thinks that, interrogations is like what you see on TV, and sometimes they can be. But most of the times it's just sitting down and having a conversation like this. Nobody's raising voices, nobody's slamming, fists down on tables, and it's really just kind of talking to them like this. And even when you don't believe them, you're just talking to them very casually and saying, look, your story doesn't make sense. You look them eyeball to eyeball. Your story doesn't make sense. I don't believe you. You don't need to raise your voice to make somebody feel uncomfortable. As a matter of fact, if you really want to make somebody uncomfortable, you do exactly the opposite. You don't raise your voice. You show no emotion. You show strength. You show that you know more than they think you know. You scare them by your tone, by how slow you're talking. So I don't believe that they were challenged on some things, and he's, again, this is their first rodeo. It's not ours. And he can try to catch up on reading this case and reading that case, but he's never going to have the knowledge. Now, maybe in a few years, he may have the knowledge that we have right now. But right now, he's behind. They're both behind the eight ball, both him and Katie. But you can kind of hear that they're taking to certain strategies. Like I'm noticing that it seems like they do have a specific playbook that they are working with these moves. I believe he was getting rid of Sebastian in the 18 hours. I do too. That's why I keep wondering what he left that house with. I feel like he left that house with something. Because I just feel like because it's hard because of how Letitia was able to hide Gannon and have all of those officers in and out of her house, and he was sitting in the closet in a suitcase the entire time. The entire time. All that law enforcement activity in and around the house, and he is literally in a closet in that home that they're searching in a freaking suitcase. And I just keep having flashbacks to that because of that 17-hour trip. And I didn't know because we didn't have all this information. I just said he had a trip. That seems odd. That's a window of opportunity. We need to look at these windows of opportunity because when all this stuff was going on, their window of opportunity has closed. When that 911 call was made, their window of opportunity to dispose of anything had closed. So if there was anything left or any mistakes to be had or any movement that needed to be made, they needed to be made quickly. There was his room for opportunity, and there's a 17-hour window there, 7 of which can be removed because that is pure travel time there and back. 7 hours and 15 minutes, leaving 9 hours and 45 minutes left of unaccounted for time. Where did Chris go? So just for those that are coming in, we have solved the mystery according to Christopher. Christopher reached out to me and let me know that he has not been in my chats and he is not the one threatening to sue Bullhorn Betty. So just thought I'd share that with you. You guys have a great day. This is not going to be my last live. I just got back from Chronicles of Olivia and I just happened to see that message in my messenger. So I wanted to make sure that I corrected the record immediately after receiving that. Was it him? Was it not him? I don't know. God bless. He's saying it's not. God bless.